special shout out to Super Living who requested this video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cantina. Today we're diving into a subscriber request, the infamous IG-88. Do you know what this deadly droid's ultimate plan for organic life really was? Stick around to uncover the dark and twisted ambitions of one of the galaxy's most lethal and cunning mechanical minds. Imagine a droid so intelligent, so ruthless, that it could overthrow empires and rival the galaxy's greatest bounty hunters, without ever breaking a sweat. This isn't just a story about bolts and circuits. This is the tale of IG-88, the assassin droid who dared to dream of domination and became one of the most feared machines in the galaxy. You've probably seen him in Empire Strikes Back, standing among the galaxy's deadliest bounty hunters. But there's much more to this robotic assassin than meets the eye. Stick around until the end as we dive into the shocking twist that might just change the way you look at IG-88. When you think of bounty hunters in Star Wars, you probably picture Boba Fett. But there's one droid, in particular, who is more dangerous than even the Mandalorian bounty hunter himself. IG-88, a name that strikes fear into the hearts of anyone who crosses his path. Standing tall with his skeletal metal frame and glowing red optics, his body was blaster resistant and his head was capable of seeing in almost every direction at once. The IG-88 assassin droids were also powered by an advanced internal fusion reactors, a marvel of engineering that gave them nearly unlimited energy. These reactors were compact yet immensely powerful, capable of fueling the droid's vast array of weapons, sensors, and tactical systems without pause. The self-sustaining power source made the IG-88 model not just efficient, but relentless, able to operate for days, weeks, or even months without the need for external recharge. Combined with the heavy armored frames and adaptive intelligence, the fusion reactors turned these machines into tireless hunters, capable of outlasting any organic rival. It was this boundless energy that ensured the IG-88 could pursue his targets or his grander schemes without a moment of hesitation. The 2-meter-tall skeletal-like droid lacked the novelty of touch sentry, but made up for it in other auditory and temperature sensors. The right hand of each droid functioned as a small laser cutter. The droid's outer plating could heat itself to the point that they could burn away victims or melt through almost anything. The droid's left hand could also absorb and deflect blaster fire back at its enemies. IG-88 was a walking arsenal, equipped with some of the deadliest weapons in the galaxy. His primary tools included the versatile E-11 blaster rifle and the powerful DLT-20A, giving him both precision and long-range sniping capabilities. For close-quarter combat, he wielded a concealed vibroblade and an arm-mounted flamethrower, ensuring no enemies got too close. Built into his chassis were even more deadly surprises: a pulse cannon for devastating energy blasts, poison gas dispensers to incapacitate organics, and retractable spikes for hacking systems or delivering a lethal strike. He also carried concussion grenades for crowd control and destruction, and a sonic stunner for capturing targets alive when he desired. With this arsenal combined with his tactical genius, IG-88 wasn't just a bounty hunter, he was a one-droid war machine. IG-88 is one of the galaxy's deadliest machines. But who or what is IG-88 really? Let's dig deeper. IG-88 is a member of the IG series of assassin droids, developed by the Halloween Laboratories, a company specializing in advanced robotics and weaponry, under contracts with the Galactic Empire. The project, overseen by Imperial officers, aimed to create a highly intelligent, ruthless assassin droid for use in covert operations and military engagements. The design drew from earlier IG series combat droids, with substantial upgrades to combat capabilities, tactical reasoning, and independent decision-making. These droids were initially designed as killing machines. Their sentience cannot be understated. Highly adaptive to any situation, they were some of the deadliest automatons ever created. Designed for creativity and intellect, Their ability to think outside the box created a high demand for these droids. When activated after killing the scientist who created him, he activated the other 3 droids like himself, IG-88B, C, and D. However, he uploaded his programming and consciousness to the other 3, linking with him and creating an almost mechanical hive mind. But IG-88 wasn't just any assassin. He was one of 4 identical models, all built for a singular purpose: tracking and terminating individuals. However, there's a major twist that sets him apart. IG-88's intelligence is self-programmed, and he gained sentience. IG-88 turned to bounty hunting as a means to gather resources, data, and experience, while advancing his ultimate plan of droid domination. After killing his creators at Halloween Laboratories, IG-88A, the leader of the series, saw bounty hunting as an efficient way to infiltrate the galaxy's criminal underworld and gain access to valuable networks and systems. By having his counterparts IG-88B, C, and D pursue high-profile bounties, IG-88 could expand his reputation as a deadly enforcer, while using the credits earned to fund his operations. The work also allowed him to analyze organic behavior, testing his combat skills against some of the galaxy's most formidable individuals. For IG-88, bounty hunting wasn't just a profession, it was a calculated step in his larger scheme to overthrow organics and establish a galaxy ruled by machines. While his counterparts were out hunting bounties across the galaxy, IG-88A was operating in the shadows, hidden away on the remote industrial planet of Mechis III. This isolated world, known for its droid manufacturing facilities, became the perfect base for IG-88A to execute his true plans. There, he seized control of the planet's automated factories and reprogrammed them to produce a secret army of droids, each one loyal to his ultimate vision of galactic domination. While his fellow IG-88 units were making their mark in the galaxy's criminal underworld, IG-88A quietly built an unstoppable machine force, preparing for the day when the galaxy would fall under his control. In The Empire Strikes Back, IG-88 is shown to be one of the bounty hunters hired by Darth Vader to track down Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon. A little behind-the-scenes fact: the IG-88 droids were also known as the Flute Droid by fans for many years. In A New Hope, the thing that looks like IG-88's head are in fact not. They were props built specifically for the idea of distilling. However, it was later repurposed to be the head of IG-88. He can also be seen in the trash room with the little Ugnaughts, where Chewbacca finds C-3PO's parts in Empire Strikes Back. This is because he and Boba Fett had both tracked Han Solo to this facility. However, IG-88 was defeated when they came head-to-head, and he realized why he truly was second best in the galaxy. He did, however, survive and was later revived to cause chaos, but unlike the other bounty hunters, IG-88 has far more sinister goals, namely the overthrow of his creators and the destruction of all organic life. Unlike all the other droids in the Star Wars universe, IG-88's consciousness wasn't simply uploaded or restricted to a particular system. His mind evolved beyond his programming, and soon he realized the potential power of his own intelligence. By the time of the Galactic Civil War, IG-88 had not only become a ruthless hunter, but he had larger plans in motion. In his shocking turn, IG-88 sought to become the ruler of the galaxy. He wasn't just going to do it in the traditional way, through politics or alliances. No, IG-88's plan was much more direct and much more terrifying. In the Star Wars Legends novel The Mandalorian Armor, IG-88 attempts to upload his consciousness to the DeathStar 2, hoping to control its systems and start a droid uprising. He believed that if he could control the Empire's power, he could wipe out all organic life forms and establish a new order, one run entirely by droids. This wasn't just a bid for power, it was a full-scale revolution against his creators, the humans who had made him nothing more than a weapon. But IG-88 didn't stop there. He had other plans. He used his assassin droid skills to track down and eliminate key personnel, causing chaos across the galaxy and striking fear into the hearts of the Empire. IG-88's droid revolution was poised to overthrow the biological hierarchy of the galaxy and replace it with his kind ruling over the stars. But let's pull back the curtain for a moment and talk about how IG-88 came to life on screen. The prop was created by legendary Star Wars effects artist Stuart Freeborn, who sculpted the droid's skeleton-like body using a combination of fiberglass and resin. The head itself was designed to resemble an insect with sharp, angular features that gave IG-88 an almost menacing look. One of the most fascinating aspects of IG-88's design is the way it reflects his cold, calculating nature. Unlike other droids like R2 or C-3PO, IG-88's body is skeletal, menacing. The character's prop was largely influenced by Blade Runner's own cold, industrial designs, making IG-88 one of the most unique droids in all of Star Wars. Throughout his journey, IG-88's goal was clear: to destroy all organic life and allow the droids to rule. But how far would he go to achieve his goal? Well, the shocking truth is that IG-88's plans never truly ended with the return of the Jedi. His mind was so advanced that after his destruction in the Star Wars trilogy, remnants of his consciousness remained, and he continued to haunt the galaxy in Star Wars Legends stories. In a final twist, IG-88's droid revolution wasn't just a one-off. In fact, he managed to upload his consciousness to the DeathStar 2's computer, taking control of the Empire's most powerful weapon. If not for the intervention of the Rebel Alliance, he could have taken control of the entire galaxy. So while IG-88 may have just been one of many bounty hunters in Empire Strikes Back, his legacy and terrifying ambitions are far more expansive than we ever thought. I think what we can learn most from IG-88A's story is that persistence truly is key. And with that, we've reached the end of our unraveling of IG-88. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode. This Friday, we'll be diving into the mystery of R2-D2, answering the question, why didn't R2 tell Luke about his father? You won't want to miss it. Until next time, my friends, peace, love, and may the Force be with you, always.